I'm going to try to begin to set up the initial environment that you may need to begin to learn, well, not really learn, but to exercise and solve some of the problems that well, it's more of a developer area, which is an area that we're going to use to practice in. So you have a problem and we're going to try to solve that problem. But you may not have this environment wherever you are to practice with. You may have something at work that's going on with you, but you don't have it at home and you're not sure how to get it at home to practice with it. So this particular video is going to show us how to get SQL Server 2019 right now, 2019 install on the desktop and use an Azure database all for free. All this is going to be for free. This is You can use it for 180 days, and without having to worry about anything. So right now we're just going to show you how to generally set up the testing environment on a PC that doesn't have anything on it. Now, of course, I've already set mine up, but I will show you how to get across to that Microsoft site. So, only thing I'm going to do is let's see. I'm going to go to the Microsoft site. I'm just going to type in download Microsoft SQL Server. And you go to SQL Server downloads, and then from there you SQL Server on Azure. This is what we're going to do. We're going to run SQL Server on Azure with the built-in security and manageability. That's what we're going to do. You're not going to worry about these devices right now. We could do a free trial here on services where it will install on your desktop, but we don't want to do that. We want to go to Azure because they're all the same. They're all the same. And we are going to do developer and I don't know. Let's try. Let's try. I think I already have SQL Server on this box, but we're gonna go ahead and download developer, and you see my services there. And here I'm going to go ahead and put, because I'm starting this off. Everybody, we are at the beginning of this journey to help assist you in your SQL Server problems, and mine too. I am a I don't know which one I want to call it. I am a database administrator supervisor, and I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to put I'm not going to put it there. I'm going to put it somewhere else. It should be something that's operations. I'm putting the operations. You can put it wherever you want. And here I'm going to put it in SQL Server Microsoft, and in there I'm going to put SQL Server. I guess I could, let's do it. Alright, so it's downloading and it's got the dev version there. Now, if you don't have that, you can, once you do this, it'll stall, and I'm not going to show you how to install them. Hopefully you know how. If you want to know how to install it, let me know, and then I will go through the process of installing the developer version of SQL Server on your desktop or a laptop or wherever you are. We're going to go ahead on and go back to the Azure, which I'm already logged in to Azure, so let me go and get into Azure. And there, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to shadow this out, and I'll be right back with you when I get logged in. Let's see. Well, I'm already logged in. All right, so now that I'm here, I'm going to do a star free. You have to have a Microsoft account, and I would suggest that you get another Microsoft account so it wasn't doesn't mix up with whatever you had going on. But this is specifically so that you can practice. Uh, let's see. Since I was already signed in, and so I'm just signed back in. Now I'm going to go to the databases portion of it, and I'm going to try to figure out how to. I'm not going to install a database. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a database already in existence. So I'm just going to go back over here, and I'm going to do a search for. Microsoft has a test database, and I think it's called SolarWinds. Not SolarWinds, but let's see, MICROSOFT. And AdventureWorks, that's it. La, 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 la. Okay, now let's just go to the top one, sample databases. And Azure is the one that we want, and we want not to restore the SQL Server. We want to deploy to Azure. So let's see. No, I haven't done this before. Restore worldwide importers to SQL Server managed instance. Okay. Do we have a we are in managers. If you have two options to view Azure, you can use a sample when you create a new database. You can use a sample when you create a new database, or you can deploy a database from SQL Server directly to Azure using SQL Server Management Studio. Well, let's go to the deploy sample. When you create new database, you have the option to create a blank or a sample. So let's go. Create new debate, new debate, new debate. Oh boy, let's see what it has over here. And let's see. Now, let's just do the basics, man. We going down. Show you how simple it is. I wouldn't say simple, but it's just something. If you know how to read, you got it going on. I know you since you're here. I know you know how to read. So, create a database with the preferred configuration. Complete the basics. Then go to review. Create provision. And what? Select the subscriptions. And then Azure subscription 1. Resource group. Select existing. Nothing. Let's see. Go to the directions, and the direction says create resource. Databases. Fill in requested information to create your database. Okay. Basics to additional settings. So we go from basics, additional settings, sample, and AdventureWorks LT will be created. Now, I think that's LT Lite. Enable Azure Defender. No. I think that's it. So let's review and create. Let's go back to the directions first. It says sample LT. Select create to create your new database, which is say the restore a copy of the LT database. So let's do this. A lot of you probably already done this already, but I haven't. Validation fair, require information or missing invalid. Let's see, what is it? What do you want? What do you want? Sample basics. Let's see. SQL. You can name it whatever you want to name it, you know. Database name, we're gonna call this January 2020. SQL Coach, BB, January 2021. Create a new server. Dun, dun. Microsoft, man. That's your server name can contain only lowercase letters. Okay. And only dashes. Rules. I've never done it before. You know, we're all in this together. Then you put your little password in. Does not have access to create a server in a selected region. Okay, let's go to a region that we can select. I'm in the West Coast. Cool. All right, doing okay on this. Value must be empty, must not be empty. SQL Server admin logo. SQL Coach admin. Now, if you don't know how, I mean, all this is all good. You know, I just like to make my names as descriptive as possible. Cannot contain all or part of the login name. Okay. All right. Okay, so we got our SQL server and our admin log. Now, I would suggest that you write this information down because you're going to need it later on. So if you don't have it now, you go ahead on and log it somewhere so that you'll have that information. And not just that, all this should be filled in. So we're gonna go on and create the server. All right, the server has been created, and additional settings. Want to use SQL Server? No. Elastic Pool? No. No, I don't. I don't know what that is. I don't know what any of this stuff is. I don't need 250 gigabytes of storage either. 10 DTUs. Estimated cost per month is $15. Well, let's go back. Nope. Now, I'm not sure where to go from here because it looks like it wants me to apply. I want to go back, but if I go back, I'm gonna lose everything that I did before. So I guess you all wondering where'd he go? Where'd he go? Well, I got bad eyesight as you can see, so and my leg, knees popping. Can you hear them knees popping, man? Anyway, let's do an apply here. Let's see, review and create. Make sure we got everything that we need. We're using our server here. We being as descriptive possible so that we can find these things later on. And let's go ahead and do it. Create. $15 a month. That's quite a bit, but I'm not going to have to do that because I've got some. We don't worry about the advanced security right now. Don't worry about tagging right now. We ain't not gonna worry about pricing details. They're not gonna charge you because you got $200 of credit. So $15 a month. What's that? 10 months. Okay, like 20 months. Yeah, somewhere 15, somewhere around months. So let's do a create on this. And it says initializing. Now that we have the database installed, and it says deployment is in process. This is my first time doing Azure, y'all. So just let you know. I think I should change the position of the camera as well. What do you think? Let's put it over here. See what happens if I put the camera over here. Nope, that really messed up, didn't it? Put it back where it was. We'll get the camera right. Let's see if I can get the camera right while that's doing this thing. Let's see. Deactivate the camera and activate it again. Get on the filter thing. This thing here that you guys see is totally different. All right. All right, let's close that up and see if that works out. That looks like it works out. So now I've got this stuff. Accepted, okay, created. We got the database and the server. I don't know why there's two servers. I don't know because Microsoft knows. So now that we have the database installed, now we have to be able to access the database, and that's going to be in the next video set, part two. Installing the instrument that allows you to communicate with the database. It says deployment succeeded. All right, cool. Let's see details. Let's see what it says. Next steps. There you go. Now, I'm not going to go through all of this. I have no idea what all this means. I am not an Azure database person. I am an on-premise database person. But it always pays to know a little bit ahead of time. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to download and install SSMS, which is SQL Server Management Studio. So, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to go. I should be back in just a minute, and yeah, I'll take it easy. I'm gonna start right where I left off, right here, where I left off. I'm just gonna go stop the video, start another video. All right, talk to y'all later.